This is Chole Gillihan with Genre with Gillihan. I have my host, Abby.
Hi.
She is also someone that I live with right now. And so on the way here, we were listening to Hozier. And this is what the podcast is about today. It's Hozier and what it means to the fans and all of that jazz. So, first off, what is your favorite Hozier song?
Right now, it's probably No Plan. That one is just really enjoyable. Mm-hmm. I've liked it for years, but right now it's really hitting the spot.
I like that because it's talking about like all that we intend is scrawled in sand, you know, because yeah, that can happen. I also really like No Plan, but my other favorite is Nobody Soldier because like it's such a beat. Like
that one's good.
What's it even about?
That one is incredibly political.
Mm-hmm.
He was very upset with the current state of the world, and it's about disgust with the news, disgust in being unable to help, and then disgust in like being a pawn of he wants to be nobody's soldier. He doesn't want to have to choose between fighting like
an actual war.
So yeah, fighting in a war or fighting socially or just being completely complicit. He doesn't want to choose. He doesn't want to fight either of those battles.
Yeah.
He wants to rebel against that, basically.
Because didn't he say something like political inaction is an action in itself?
Yeah.
Like he's always talking on like social things and like that's where he actually sort of how he got his start. His debut song, of course, everyone knows, Take Me to Church, came out in 2014. And he said that he wrote it during the time of his and his girlfriend's breakup. And it's also inspired by Nina Simone a little bit, his admiration for Nina Simone. But the overall actual song was because in Russia, a law was being passed which akin queer people to like much like heinous crimes, and so he was like, I'm not standing for that. And so like a 22 or something year old man, he wrote this, and it hit the Irish charts because of course he's from Ireland, and it hit America's charts, and he sang at the Victoria's Secret show, which if you've seen any clips of that,
I haven't.
Oh my gosh. He looks like, someone said that it looks like he just spawned in because he's just singing and being his, Catholic Irish or Irish self, and just models are walking around in lingerie, and it's great.
There's the classic one of like he's in just a random subway and he's just belting Take Me to Church in like the peak of its popularity. And it really does he looks like he appeared there and they can't get him to leave type of vibe.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. He's a very out of pocket man because he'll go from like comparing loving someone to a shrike, and like if you don't know, shrikes are those birds that impale their prey, like mice, bugs, and other birds on like barbed wire fences and thorny trees and stuff, and it is absolutely insane how he can make anything dark seem beautiful. Like when my time comes around, lay me gently on the cold dark earth. That line is on like every single Pinterest post that I've seen of like aesthetic Hozier.
Yeah. No grave can hold my body down, I'll crawl home to her is the follow-up. And that one, that was a song that really got me to fall in love with Hozier, actually.
Really?
I don't know why I can't remember the name.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Work Song.
Work Song.
It's Work Song. Yeah. That one really got me.
What is it? It seems like it'd be self-explanatory, but what is it about?
That one is mostly devotion. That one is very much devotion.
To the person?
Yeah, to his lover or whatever. Just, he's very much completely devoted to her in every way. He works hard.
Yeah.
And regardless, nothing is as fulfilling as his love to this person.
Yeah, like a lot of his love seems like very self-destructive almost.
Yeah.
Like, or the other one, do you know I would break beneath the... We were listening to that in the car, and I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot how good the scenery is. Unknown
and
Unearthed.
It's from Unreal Unearthed. It's Unknown Nth, like...
Nth, yeah.
Yeah.
NTH. Yeah.
And that one's really good.
Oh my
And I do like just... It's talking about how even if you love someone in its entirety, you may not know them. And that's part of it. You can love someone without really truly knowing them, and that's part of life, is not fully knowing someone but still being devoted anyways, and that hurting in a way but still being fulfilling. That's what that song is like to me, I feel like.
Oh, that's a very different interpretation from what I had it as. Because I thought it was the more baseline, like, I'll continue loving someone even if they are, like, abusive and stuff. And do you know I'd break beneath the weight? But I never got the whole...
Do you know I could crack beneath the weight of the goodness love I still carry for you, I think is what that lyric is.
Oh, like, it could even be, like, his lover became strangers because they, like, parted.
Yeah,
and he
they
still loves them.
eventually grew apart. That could also... And knowing him, he probably thought of most of this.
Yeah.
But Cherry Wine is one that is very much directly about an abusive relationship.
Yeah.
And that one's incredible.
It's so good. And the fact that so many people are...
People keep proposing
at Hozier
in concerts. That's bad.
Actually, yeah, it's insane. And I love the person that goes, nobody
proposed.
Yeah. Like, he's probably so over it by now. He's like, of all the songs, if you could propose to someone or have someone propose to you to a Hozier song, what do you think it would be?
Oh my God. Jackie and
Monster
Wilson.
Mash.
I really like Jackie and Wilson.
Jackie and Wilson? Yeah. That one's really good.
That one's really, really fun.
And
And
the
it's
music
for the
video.
most part about a sweet relationship. There's definitely some, like...
Yeah, kind of Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah, some finding yourself in others, even if just... It's like, I laugh like me again, she laughs like you. So he's still in love with his ex.
Oh, that's what it's
But-
supposed to be.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's
I never
what
caught
I
that.
interpret it as. But healing in someone else, even if it's not the healthiest, but it's really upbeat and fun.
Yeah.
So,
I
if it
love
was
the
that one-
juxtaposition of that when people do that. Like, it's a lot of the same things with Mitski, too. Like, nobody or, like, put your... That's not the one. But she has so many songs where it's, like, everything is...
Everything is awful, but it's kind of not. But that's the
It's a bop.
reality. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the same with, what's it called? All Things End. Like, All Things End, it's literally, it gave me a, what's it, where you reflect on your life and you're like, I'm going to die one day.
Existential crisis.
Yes. All Things End gave me an existential crisis, but it is so good the way, like, it touches me. It literally, I started kind of tearing up in the car because I've been thinking about death a lot. And
So real.
and like, in Hozier, he didn't make me start being sad. He reminded me of how beautiful it is. And like, I literally wanted to go, there's a cemetery close to where we live. And it is, just imagine being in a cemetery and looking around. That's how you
And
should
it's like
properly
the
listen to
most
Hozier.
out of nowhere, just completely out of the way cemetery. Like no one is ever there.
No one will hear you scream or cry.
Yeah,
Scream,
you
cry.
can scream, cry as loud as you want.
Listen to Hozier.
But with All Things End, you can really hear the like gospel influences that he has.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because he gets a choir in there, and he does that with a few of his songs, and it's because he is very heavily inspired by that type of music.
Yeah.
And you don't hear it always, but when you do, it's really heavily there, and I absolutely adore it.
That's really good. Like the underlying...
Like with Nina Cried Power,
Oh, yeah.
that's also heavily influenced by gospel.
And like talking on like all these like social activists, like James Brown. Well, I didn't know James Brown was a social activist. I should really brush up on my music history.
So should I.
But it's really good. I mean, that song is what got me into Nina Simone, and like I learned about her and all of the things that she talked on. It's really good. She's the one that made I Put a Spell on You. No. I'm thinking of another one. Let me find it real quick, but
Quick little Google.
Yeah, quick little Google. But while I'm Googling this, can you explain the Hush Now Silica Gel tweet?
Oh, yes, of course. So, the lovely thing about Mr. Andrew Hozier is he's oftentimes the stuff he projects is his incredibly beautifully poetic lyrics and just unbelievably skilled musician and lyricist. But every now and again, he gets a little silly. And there's one in particular, it's a tweet that has stuck with me. And it's just, hush now, Silica Gel. Can't you see I'm starving?
Oh, like I've seen that tweet then. The
Yeah,
one where
I didn't know it was him. I'd seen it on like meme pages and
I thought it was
like,
fake.
that's pretty good. No, that was him. That's actually, you can go on his Twitter now and find it.
Oh my gosh.
And learning that one was Hozier was like a slap in the face in the best way.
Right, you're like, this is an actual human being man, and he can make these
Oh, well,
atrocious jokes.
I knew he was an actual human being man, but I wasn't expecting this specific line of thinking to be right in line with mine. Because
Yeah.
I want to eat it. Nuki.
Maybe you're like the same person, almost.
Oh, maybe I am like Andrew.
Andrew? Can you do a Squidward face for me, please?
Thank you.
Oh. And by the way,
Yeah, it's like, you want to explain that one?
oh yeah, what did he do with the Squidward? Handsome Squidward? He was gonna post that, or he posted that on his main account story, which is for Instagram, which is great. Cause
Yeah, poor guy was just messing around with a filter to annoy his friends, and now like millions of people have seen it, and he immediately follows up with the most embarrassed post, like, guys, I didn't mean it.
Oh my gosh. And like all of his fans go up to him and like do the Squidward face with him
that's
sometimes.
so mean.
It's so good though.
It's really good, but it's so mean.
Also, Nina Simone, she actually did make I Put a Spell on You and Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood, which is a really good one, which I think she kind of talks about, like, don't misinterpret my words, which I feel like Hozier says sometimes. Like, you can really tell his, like, the Blues Brothers, which I love that I was doing research on him. The Blues Brothers, that they got their start on SNL, and he got to sing Take Me to Church on SNL, and he said that it was an incredibly big deal to him because his dad showed him Blues Brothers. He wanted to be just like them, and then he got his start just like they did. And I think Blues Brothers, they might have made Fisherman's Blues. I'm not sure though, because he referenced Fisherman's Blues and Jackie and Wilson, raise them on rhythm, or like we'll listen to Fisherman's Blues, and I don't know. He has showed me so much other music. It's crazy. Like he is just a not a catalyst, but he's a gateway drug.
He's a gateway drug. Yeah,
and he probably compares his lovers to gateway drugs.
He's got one where he says it's the god that heroin prays to.
Heroin prays to you. Don't. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Which one's that?
We were listening to it on the way in. To Be Alone.
To Be Alone. Oh my gosh. Favorite song.
To Be Alone with his partner is the god that heroin prays to.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's like, come on.
What a lyricist.
I want to know what haunts this man. What possesses him to do this?
Like which chick is the one that's,
because there's some jokes in the people that are fans that like he's possessed by an Irish lesbian from the 1800s.
Oh yeah, I love that one.
Yeah, it's like that might be accurate because listen, that's insane.
Yeah, and the way that he's very like sensual with a lot of his lyrics, it's actually insane. But it's great.
I really liked when we were camping and we were playing Some For You, and we had to point out, okay, this one's inappropriate, Chloe. So is this one. So is this one. Like every song coming up, and you're like, I had no idea. It's like because he just I wouldn't say hides it. It's polite. He's polite with it, and I respect it.
What are 3 tastefully sensual songs by Hozier that you would recommend to the fans to wrap this up?
Okay, well, Moment Silence has got to be the most sensual one.
Really? When the meaning's gone,
yeah,
comes in the common tongue of you loving me.
I'm not gonna say what that's explicitly about, but it is, and this is one that we told you about camping. Well, that one's.
Damn. Okay.
That one's incredible.
I think that would be the perfect song to dance to, like in a bar. Like there needs to be an entire bar for Hozier songs.
To Be Alone is also pretty sensual, very much so.
Never
tastefully.
been to crowds. Yeah. And then the final one.
No Plan.
No Plan.
My favorite one.
Really?
There's no race to be run. The harder the rain, the sweeter the sun. Girl.
The sweeter. I thought he was talking about overcoming adversity. Like
you
many
could
of
call
his
it
songs
that.
are like that. Yeah. Well,
you could call it that.
The duality of man and the duality of sweet Andrew Hozier Barnes.
Yeah, he probably does mean it like both ways. But, but he does mean it both, not just one.
Well, thank you so much for having Thank you so much for having me on the show. It's been
You're
a
so
pleasure.
welcome. Oh my
gosh.
goodness.
Anyway, that will wrap up genre with Gillihan. This has been Chole Gillihan and Abigail Arthur, and please go listen to some Hozier and the last 3 songs that we just mentioned. Thank you.